For people that don't know me, I'm Freek. I'm a partner and a developer at a company called Spatie, which I'm sure you know. I have a newsletter, freek.dev, where I share cool links of Laravel-related content and blog posts of my own. And I'm active on X and on Mastodon. Now, I guess a lot of you don't know how to pronounce Spatie. I hear a lot of different pronunciations. Spatie is a popular one, but I'll teach you how to pronounce it right. So how you should pronounce it is with the word spa and then C, and then you have Spatie, and that is how you pronounce it. So we're all on the same page here. Like Aaron said, we work on quite a few different things at Spatie. First, we have Flare, which is the best exception tracker for Laravel applications. We also built MailCoach, which is a email marketing platform. It can send newsletters, campaigns of any sort, email automations, transactional mails, all with a beautiful UI, and it's powered with Livewire. I also work at Oh Dear, which is a hobby project of mine. It's a monitoring service. It can not only monitor your homepage, but it will also crawl all of the links on your website, and it will tell you if any of your pages are down. It can also check DNS, scheduled jobs, application health, and much more. And you might think we only do product work at Spatie, but we're a consultancy as well. So if you have like a technically challenging project, get in contact with us. But of course, most of you know us from our open source efforts. We started with open source in 2015. We were still making projects using Zen framework at the time, and we were transitioning our custom CMS to Laravel. And of course, we needed all of the functionality of our custom CMS in our new Laravel projects. And what we did is every major functionality of our CMS, we packaged it up so we can use it in multiple Laravel projects. And that is how we started creating those packages. And whenever we saw that there was functionality that we could reuse in other projects, or where the community could have benefit from it, we extracted that functionality to a package. And I want to give you an overview of the download counts of our packages. Maybe a quick show of hands. Who here uses a Spatie package? Okay, cool, nice. That's awesome, thanks. So let's start in 2015. At the end of 2015, how many packages were downloaded? About 100,000, which was quite awesome at the time. We were only a company of 3 at the time, and this was quite an achievement. So the next year, we were close to 1 million. In 2017, we had 3 million downloads. Then 2018, we had 20 million downloads. 2019, we had 50 million downloads in total. And you can see that the bar is still low, so the big growth is still coming. So in 2020, we had 100 million downloads. In 21, we had 200 million downloads. Then we had, in 22, almost 500 million. And there's something wrong with the screen here, because normally the slide goes a little bit further. Let's see if I can just reset it. Yeah, this is better. So let's go back to where we were. And then at the end of previous year, we had 850 million downloads, which is like mind-boggling. Thanks. And I'm happy to report that right now we have crossed the 1 billion mark. So 1,200 million downloads, which is, fantastic. Yeah, I'm really humbled that all of you like our packages so much. So right now we have 350 packages, more or less, and I'm grateful that we get help maintaining those by 1,500 unique contributors across those packages. So yeah, of course, I'm very happy with this. You might think, yeah, Freek is on stage, he did this all by himself, but that's not the case. I have a great team behind me that also puts in a lot of work creating and maintaining these packages. And here you can see a picture of everybody at our company at our Christmas dinner. So we have a few popular packages that have been downloaded tens of millions of times on their own, like Laravel Permission, Laravel Data, Media Library, and a couple of more. And at this conference, at Laracon US, I was fortunate enough to introduce some of these big packages to you. But that's not what I want to do in this talk. In this talk, I want to talk about a few smaller packages, the hidden gems in our package collection. So these packages that I'm going to show you are not that popular, but there are some of my personal favorites that I use in each and every project. And I'm going to try to demo to you 10 packages in 20 minutes. So I hope that that will succeed. And to get things moving along, I've already prepared a demo application with each package installed into it. So, are you ready for this? Let's go. So, the first one is Laravel Horizon Watcher. This one will automatically restart Horizon when code changes. So let me demonstrate that to you. There's an extra dialog here that I don't need. So here I have a simple Laravel application. I have a podcast command here, which will dispatch a job that will send a string to Ray, which is my little debugging helper here. So I'm going to start up Horizon. I'm going to make a split here. I'm going to execute that command so a job is being processed. I'm processing the podcast. And let's change something here. I'm processing the updated podcast. I'm going to execute this again. And as you can see, I don't have like the renewed code here. I don't see updated podcast here. And why is that? It's because, yeah, Horizon is still running and it still has the old code in memory. I don't know about you, but I've hit this problem like, various times, and I've lost quite some time with this like, hey, my code isn't working. How come? And that was because Horizon still has like the old code in memory. So let's kill Horizon and let's execute this one, Horizon Watch, which is a command provided by the package. And this will actually watch all of the files in my file system, and when it sees a change in the files, it will automatically restart. So let's execute that command again. I am processing the updated podcast, okay. Now let's change this, maybe in another word here. Let's save the file. Let's see what happens. Change detected, restarting Horizon. And when I do this now again, I get the updated version. So it's always using your latest version of the code. This is something small, but it saved me quite some time. All right, that was the first one. Let's go to the next one. The next one is a package called Laravel Remote. And if you are in our community for quite some time, that you might know this one because you had this functionality in Laravel 4, and when the transition to Laravel 5 came, this functionality was a little bit lost. Laravel Remote can execute artisan commands remotely. Let's go back to the demo application here. And let's execute this command. So this command, it says hi there, and then from the OS here. So let's try it out. Let's close this one and do hello. And I have hi there from Darwin. And Darwin, that is the name of the technical name of macOS. So this is running locally. I've already installed the remote package here, and how you should use it is by adding a couple of environment variables here where your application is being hosted. So I've already deployed this one to my own server here. And by the way, that H here, that's an alias for PHP Artisan. I also have another alias here, PHP Artisan Remote. And every command that you type after here will be executed on the server. So if I do AR hello here, then the command will be executed on my web server. And here's hi there from Linux, which comes from the Ubuntu web server. So this package is quite handy to execute maintenance commands that should be run on your server. Again, something very, very handy. All right, that is the second one. Let's go to the third one. The third one is another sort of package. It's also a very small one, but very handy. It's Laravel Support Bubble, and we use this package on all of our SaaS projects. It just adds a little simple contact form to each page of your application. So let's go to the application. I'm going to start Horizon here, and let's maybe go to the welcome view of this application. Let me show you the application first. It's just a regular Laravel application where I've already customized some of the things. But here at the bottom of the welcome view, you can see that I have a blade component, which is provided by the package. And if I uncomment this, and if I reload, then you see this little bubble here. And if I click it, you get like a support form. So this is perfect for if you have some kind of SaaS applications and you want to have like a form on every page where people or your users can reach out to you. So let's maybe see what is going to happen. So I'm going to add some data here. I need some help. Here is my question. And let's submit it. And then you can see that it immediately sends a mail out with everything that I have here. The default behavior is a mail, but you can also let it send like a Slack notification as well, whatever you want. So this is very handy to add a contact form on each and every page. And of course, the text can be customized, the colors can be customized. It's very easy to use. All right, that is the third package. The fourth package is also something that can help you quite a lot if you have some kind of slow pages. So this package is called the Laravel Response Cache, and it can speed up your entire application by caching the entire response. So let me demonstrate that. So let's maybe go first to the controller of the page that I want to show you. So it's a slow route controller, and I've put a sleep in here and then a view slow. If I go to that route in the browser, the slow route, then you can see I need to wait to get this page rendered. Let's make it faster by using the response cache. So I'm going to the routes here. And the package, it gives you a middleware called cache response. By default, it will cache all successful GET requests. This should be middleware, of course, like that. Let's add a group with this. I can't type anymore, like that. Yeah. And let's move this one in here. And the first time, the response is still going to be slow because we need to render it, but it will actually send the response to the cache, and then the second time I load it, it is fast again. And you can also see that it's cached if you take a look at the headers of the page. I don't see it here now. Slow route, the headers. It sets a header normally. My eye doesn't fall it. Here, Laravel response cache, this header of when it is cached. So it's very easy to just cache some slow routes. I recommend not to use this to hide performance problems. You should really fix that performance problem. But if you want to have a little speed bump, then response cache can help you with that. It's very configurable. I've used the middleware, and now you can also configure it to just cache all of the successful GET routes. There's quite some documentation on it, but I don't have time to demonstrate all of the features here. Okay, next one is one of my personal favorites. It's the Laravel Query Builder. And this one is very useful for when you are building APIs. This package can transform HTTP requests to eloquent queries. Let me show you how it works. So I have a little API here going on that shows all of the users in the application. And let's show Ray here, and Ray will actually show you each query that is being executed. So now we only select star from users. But using the package, you can do stuff like this. You can say include all of the posts of this user. And now you can see that all of the posts are in the answer, and there's also a query being executed to get all of the posts. You can do stuff like sorting stuff. So let's sort on email here. You can see that we have a query here now that sorts on email, and that the results are actually sorted on email. And you can also filter stuff. So let's filter maybe on email. I have Wilfred here. There's no user named Wilfred here. Let's see them again. Let's search for that first user, block. So filter email and then block. Yeah, then I only have this user, and you can see that on the query we now have a where condition as well. So let's take a look at how this works, because you might think this is quite some work, but using the package it's actually quite easy. So I'm going to go to the, where's my cursor? My cursor is hidden, here it is. Let's go to the user controller. And this is basically all you need to do. So this is just for showing the queries in Ray. And here you can create a new query builder instance, which is provided by the package. You're going to say, hey, we want to fetch users from the database. We're going to say, hey, we want to allow people, including the posts via the URL. We are going to allow these filters. We're going to allow these sorts. And this then returns like a basic query where you can just call get on. You have the users, which you can put in the resource. If you try to filter on something else, you're going to get an exception that this isn't allowed. And yeah, this can greatly help you to build APIs very, very quickly. There's a lot more to this package, which I, again, don't have time to demonstrate at all. It can, for instance, work with nested relationships at all, and a whole lot more. It is infinitely customizable as well. So check it out in the docs if you want to know more about this package. Okay, we're halfway there. 5 more to go. Let me check the time. The time is still good. Laravel login link. This is another one that I use on each and every project. Let's go back to the demo application, this time in the browser. And I have a little login form here. And I don't know about you, but I always tend to forget like the credentials of the test user of the application, like which email is it here? Is it like user@example.com? Is the password or secret or something else? I always tend to forget because it's a little bit different in between projects sometimes. And using the login link package, we can solve this problem. So let's go to the login view here. And I've already typed in the necessary code. So the package, it provides a blade component. And if you go back to the browser and refresh, you can see that that blade component renders a link here. And when I click that link, I'm just logged in using the first user of the application. So you don't need to think about what the credentials of it are at all. Now, if there's no user seated in your application, then the package will actually hunt down your user factory. It will quickly create a user and log that in. And that solves that entire problem as well. The package also has support for logging in specific users. So you can say, hey, this should be like a user that has a role admin. And so you can have like multiple login routes here for each type of role of your user. And here you would say that the label should be login as admin. The AI understands it already, and here login as something else. So this package makes the entire problem of not remembering the user credentials go away. Again, it's a very simple idea, but it will save you and your co-workers quite some time, I think. All right, let's go to the next one. The next one is a newish package called Laravel Error Solutions. So a while ago, Laravel switched the default error page to a more simple error page. And some functionality from the old default page, ignition, was lost. On the old ignition page, you could see like solutions to your exceptions, and this package brings it back. Let me show you. So let's maybe go to, there's a lot open here. I should not see that. Let's close it up, because I want to go to my environment file, which is here. And let's, for instance, remove the application key here and see what is being rendered. No application key has been specified. We expect this, right? Let's install the solutions package. So composer require not this one, but error solutions. I want to have that in dev, indeed. Go, go, go. Let's go back to the browser. And if I refresh now, I get the solution for this problem. Your app key is missing. You should generate an application key. And what the package can also do is just provide you a runnable solution. So if I click here, then an application key was generated, and if I refresh the page, my application works. And the package has quite a few of those runnable solutions and regular solutions in it. For instance, if you try to query on a field that doesn't exist in the database, then it will propose to just run migrations, because you probably have forgot to run your migrations. So again, a simple package, but a very handy one. Okay. Next one, Laravel Blade comments. Also, again, a very simple one. This one can show you which parts of the HTML are rendered by which views. This package was made by my colleague Tim. He needed to work on a very complex page, and he spent quite some time like hunting down, which piece of HTML is being rendered by which view. And he thought, I'm going to just solve this so that it becomes obvious. So let's go to the browser. I've already installed the package here. So let's go and see what it does. And you can see that right here in the source code, it will say, hey, this view is being rendered by, or this page is being rendered by this view. This is the route, and this is the layout component that we use. And if I maybe inspect this element here, then you can see that this one is being rendered by the text input component. There's an error component here, which makes it very easy to see how this page is being built. Now, this login page is very simple. You can probably guess that this is like an input field component. But for more complex pages, this can be a little bit of work, and the package makes that very easy to track as well. Okay, that is blade comments. The next one is Laravel PDF. And it makes it very easy to create PDFs in Laravel applications. Now, I was going to demonstrate the browser shot package to create a PDF, but I found that the API of browser shot was a little bit lacking to create PDFs in a Laravel application, so I made this package. So this package is born out of preparation for this presentation, for this talk. So let me show you how it works. So I am going to the browser here. I'm going to do my demo application, and I have an invoice route here. Let's click that invoice route and see what it returns. It returns a simple invoice here, and it's a PDF. Let's go to the application to see how this one is rendered. So I'm going to the download invoice controller. And this is what you need to do using the package. So it provides a PDF function here. And the PDF function works quite the same way as a view. So you pass it a view and you give it some data. And if I go to the invoice blade view, then you can see that it's just regular HTML here. I've even used some Tailwind classes to style the output. And what the package will do behind the scenes, it will spin up an instance of Chrome. It will render that page, and it will use Chrome to save the PDF of that HTML. And Chrome is quite a modern browser, so you can use all the modern CSS features to just style your PDFs. So it makes it very, very easy. It also has some conveniences. If we go back to the browser, then you can see that the PDF was inlined here. If I want to make it downloadable, then I can just tag on download, invoice. Let's maybe go back to the home page, click invoice again. And now it's a download with the name that I gave it. So very easy and convenient way to create PDFs. I've used the PDF function here, but of course you can do this programmatically or without using the PDF function in a controller. You can do it in commands as well. Just use the PDF facade, give it a view, and then you can tag on save and give it a path to where it should be saved. So working with PDFs, it can't be any simpler, I think. Okay, the last one. The last one is a package called Laravel Schedule Monitor, and it makes sure that all your scheduled jobs run on time. So probably all of your jobs have scheduled jobs, but if you run that in production, how are you certain that those jobs are actually running? And this is something that this package can monitor for you. Let me show you. So here I can run the schedule monitor command list to see which tasks are being monitored. Right now, none of the tasks are being monitored. I have a start Lambo and a mail grumpy cat command here. If I want to monitor them, I can use the sync command here. And if I run the list here again, then I can see that these commands are now monitored. I can see when they were last started, when they were last finished, and if they failed. If I now run the schedule itself, then you can see that the Lambo was started, but the male grumpy cat failed, and yeah, there's just an exception in this command. If I run schedule monitor list here again, then you can see that the start Lambo command did indeed finish, but male grumpy cat, that command, that failed. I'm using here these list commands. The package can send you a notification as well if you're running this in production, so you know, hey, there's a task here that is failing. Also, you see here grace time. If the command would take too long, then you can also expect the package to send a notification. And yeah, that is how you can use the package. Again, very simple one. Now for this one, it also has integration with ODIR, because if there's something wrong with your schedule, the package might not be able to send you notifications at all. And then it might be convenient to send your entire schedule just with ODIR. And when you set up the package this way, then it will just send all of your scheduled tasks to ODIR. And your tasks will actually ping ODIR at the end of the task. And when we don't receive a ping, then we can send you a notification. And this is how a notification looks like when a certain task failed or didn't run on time. So yeah, 10 packages in 20 minutes. I still have 10 seconds. Okay, so I timed it very tight. I still wanted to show you some things. I'm going to go through this very quickly. We have lots more other packages, so go take a look excuse me, on our open source page. Those packages are not entirely free. You should send us a postcard. Quick show of hands. Who here uses our packages? If you send us a postcard, now your hand down. Who here still has to send us a postcard? Yeah, send us a postcard, you know. Because this really motivates our team. We actually have a physical wall where the postcards hang. We also share those postcards on your website. You can see that the USA is very close to the Netherlands, so maybe you want to be on the first spot in our country list. If you want to support us in any way, take a look at our paid products and our courses. They are listed on the products page on our website. That little debugging helper, that was Ray. You can find some more information about that here. We're also building a new version of Ray. It's coming soon. If you want to stay updated of that, go to next.myray.app and then you can subscribe to our waiting list for that. And that's all I have for you. I hope that you like our packages and enjoy the rest of your conference. Thank you.
Well done. So one question from an eagle-eyed Alex. Where's eagle-eyed Alex? Got it on Twitter. He said, is that an unreleased version of Ray you're running?
Yeah.
Yeah? Somebody noticed. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad you announced it at the end. All right, unreleased version of Ray. My question for you is open source packages, products, courses, clients. Not that many people. How do y'all manage, or how do you think about managing all of those things in a relatively small company compared to your output?
That could be a talk on its own.
Well, we don't have that kind of time, so give me the highlights.
But, I think we're a kind of calm company, you know.
Okay.
We don't plan our 5 days a week like tied in. We only plan like 4 days, and then on the last day, we just have some slack, you know, and time for open source. Mm-hmm. And it's not planning yourself too tightly. That gives you time to be busy with these things and to experiment with stuff. That's only like a partial answer. There's a lot more.
No, that's a good answer because it is totally counter to what I would have thought. I would have thought you were a crazy, chaotic, super busy company. I'm nice to hear that. Everybody, Freek van de Herten. Good job. Great job.